So tell me if this sounds familiar. You know exactly what you want to say in your head, right? But the second you open your mouth to actually speak, the English words just, well, they get completely stuck. You end up mentally translating every single word from your native language, and suddenly a super simple conversation feels like this massive hurdle. Trust me, if you're nodding along right now, you are in exactly the right place.
Welcome to today's explainer. We're going to take what usually feels like a massive, totally overwhelming list of everyday phrases and transform it into your practical, structured, daily English survival guide. We're not just going to sit here and read these words. We're going to master them. By the time we wrap up today, you'll have a rock-solid toolkit of conversational English that you can rely on, no overthinking required.
Okay, to keep things moving, here's our roadmap for today. First, morning routine. Second, meetings and greetings. Third, needs and emotions. Fourth, everyday Q&A. And finally, number 5, giving instructions. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. Morning routine. Start your day right with action words. Okay, as we go through these actions, I want you to actually practice saying them out loud with me. Seriously, don't just listen. When your alarm goes off, say it. I am getting up. Step 2, hitting the shower. I am taking a bath. Step 3, I am getting dressed. And finally, making breakfast. I am cooking food. You know, notice the sheer efficiency of that I am structure. It grounds you right in the present moment. No need to stress over building complex sentences. Just state exactly what you're doing.
Let's keep that momentum going with some rapid-fire action verbs. Whether you're in physical motion, saying I am walking or I am running, or maybe you're locked into focused activities like I am reading or I am writing, by just attaching an ing word to I am, boom, you instantly communicate your current state to anyone around you. It's a real game changer.
Moving on to Section 2, meeting and greetings, making a great first impression. All right, imagine you've just bumped into a friend or a coworker. Take a quick second right now. How do you accurately ask someone how they are doing in English? Go ahead, translate it mentally. Have you got it? Here is the absolute gold standard. How are you? Say it out loud right now with a nice, welcoming tone. How are you? And when they ask you in return, a perfect, polite response is simply, everything is fine. It's simple, it's positive, and honestly, it's a great response because it prevents you from awkwardly oversharing in a casual chat while immediately putting the other person at ease.
You can think of every interaction as a cycle. To establish that initial connection, you say, "It's nice to meet you." If you want to lock in future plans as you're chatting, "See you tomorrow." And when it's time to gracefully wrap things up, "See you later," or the always thoughtful, "Take care." Honestly, just these 4 phrases alone can navigate you smoothly through practically any daily social encounter.
Let's shift gears to Section 3, needs and emotions, expressing exactly how you feel. Now, these are your absolute survival phrases for when your energy drops. First, state the physical condition clearly. I am hungry, or I am thirsty. Then you immediately follow up with the required action. I need water, or maybe I need money. Using I need is literally the most direct way to get a situation resolved quickly without beating around the bush.
The really crucial point here is how easily you can flip a situation. I am fine is standard, right? But simply injecting the word not completely shifts the reality. I am not fine. It is absolutely crucial to know how to clearly express when things aren't okay so people around you know to step in and offer help.
And that brings us to a very high-impact phrase. I don't care. Listen, this is a bold, essential tool in your conversational toolkit. When someone is bothering you or when a topic just frankly doesn't matter to you, this simple phrase sets a clear, firm boundary. It's powerful. It's definitely one you should memorize for those moments when you really need to protect your time and your energy.
Next up, Section 4, everyday Q&A, navigating daily conversations. Okay, let's do another quick quiz. It's a really basic piece of information, but sometimes the phrasing trips people up. So, how do you correctly ask someone's age in English? Think about it for a second. Yep, it's how old are you? It's direct, standard, and universally understood. Let's repeat it confidently together. How old are you? Moving a bit deeper, here are some essential investigative questions. If you're inquiring about someone's current actions, ask, "What are you doing?" or "Where are you going?" But if you need to figure out a conflict or a past event, switch over to "What happened?" or "What is your problem?" You're going to find these are indispensable for truly understanding the people and the situations going on around you.
Section 5. Giving instructions. Taking charge of the situation.
When you need to step up and take charge, brevity is for sure your best friend. Come here, go there, stand up, sit down, listen to me. See? These rapid-fire 2 to 3 word commands are dynamic, they're impactful, and they leave absolutely zero room for confusion.
And just like we saw earlier with expressing our feelings, look at the immediate power of the word don't. You can give an instruction to take action, do this. Or you can instantly turn it into a prohibition to stop an action, don't do this. It's just a simple word that gives you total control over the situation.
Building on that, here's how you use don't to manage difficult or maybe just annoying situations. Don't worry to calm someone down. Don't talk too much or don't make noise to manage a disruptive environment. And when you need your personal space respected, don't bother me. Say them firmly, and I promise they work like magic.
Well, as we wrap up our survival guide, I want to slow the pace down for a second and leave you with this really powerful phrase drawn directly from our source material. Believe in yourself. Learning to speak English fluidly without translating every single thought in your head, it takes time. But you've got the toolkit right here. Trust your practice and truly believe in your ability to communicate.
So, I'm going to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Look back at the everyday situations we just covered. Which exact phrase from today's explainer are you going to actively use in your very next conversation? Don't wait for tomorrow. Step out there, speak out loud, and make it part of your daily life.